Hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we are making a nautical deco mesh wreath using Dollar Tree supplies. Let's get started.
Here are the basics for this wreath. I'm starting with the sign, and it's 9 inches by 13 and a half, almost 14 inches. Then I have 3 rolls of deco mesh, some pipe cleaners, and of course our wreath form. The wreath form I'm going to be using is this square wreath form from the Dollar Tree. It is 14 inches in length and width, and it has 3 rows of wires. The pipe cleaners I'm going to be cutting into 4-inch strips. And then I'm going to bend the strips in a little V. This is just going to help us grab them as we're working. Our Dollar Tree deco mesh is 6 inches in width and 5 yards in length. And I'm going to be cutting it into 22-inch strips. After you cut each strip, let it roll naturally and put it to the side. The ribbon is all cut up. Let's make our cruffle. I'm just going to prepare my piece of pipe cleaner, and then I am going to grab a little clamp. This one I get in a pack of 6 from the Dollar Tree, but you can use a clothespin, anything you have on hand. With the Dollar Tree deco mesh, I'm going to start by rolling the end and making 3 loops, just like this. Then I'm going to clamp it, turn it upside down, and then I'm going to roll it 3 times on the other side. Put my thumbs right here, and I'm just going to kind of accordion style bring it together. You have 2 ways of putting this curl. Either the way the curls are curling up, have this be up or this be up. In this instance, I want this to be up because I want it to be kind of just more on the curlier end, and it kind of opens up like a little flower right here. Then I'm going to put my pipe cleaner on. Because we accordioned it out, it's going to gather quite kind of thick, maybe about 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this part up and then twist it twice. And when you do that, all the sides kind of pop up, and it's going to give you more volume on your little curl. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to do 3 rolls, 1, 2, and 3. And by the way, this method was started by this Southern girl, Can. I'm going to link her channel in the description box below, but everyone has been using this method because it's so smart. You get the curl and you get the little ruffle, and you can get away using Dollar Tree deco mesh to make gorgeous, gorgeous wreaths. Then my pipe cleaner, and then right here I'm just going to bring it up, 2 twists. If you have anything sticking out, like this one's a little loose, I'm just going to remove it. Anything like this, I'm going to tuck it in, and there you go, you have your little cruffle. Each roll of deco mesh from the Dollar Tree can make 8 of these little cruffles in one roll if you're going to cut them into 22-inch strips. And now I'm just going to continue making all the cruffles. And when I come back, we are going to put these cruffles on our wreath form. Before we start putting our cruffles onto our wreath form, I wanted to show you why we're gonna do and decorate the way we're going to decorate. And it's because our sign is 13 and a half inches, our wreath form is 14 inches. For some odd reason, the jute cord is at the bottom of the sign instead of being on top. Because of this jute cord being at the bottom, I'm going to kind of push my sign towards the top and decorate the bottom. Of course, if you have a sign where the jute cord is where it's supposed to be, you can definitely just move this down and decorate on top. Let's start with our corners. I'm going to be attaching our cruffles to this center bar. And here in the back, I'm just going to do a few twists, and then I'm going to fold it in half and fold it back, and that's it. All right, and this last one, I'm just going to put right in this one, and I'm just going to leave it there. So in these middle ones, I just have one on each side. Then these corner ones, I have 8, and here I have 6. So 3 rolls is just fine for this. Next, I'm taking this floral garden mesh ribbon, and I'm going to cut it into 7-inch little strips. What I'm going to do with this one is just find my halfway mark, grab a pipe cleaner, give it 2 twists, and I want these kind of throughout this area. I'm going to start kind of in the center. This does not have to be perfect or anything. And I'm going to end up spreading it out. I want little shades of white here and there. Look how elegant the wreath is with a little bit of white here and there. And the reason I had to add the white was because our sign had a lot of white, and I kind of wanted to balance things out and bring a little bit of the white from the sign into the wreath. And now we're going to do the decor for the bottom of the sign. For the greenery, I'm starting with this one, and it's the color of the rope right here. It has like this olive color a little bit, then a little bit of this green foliage, and I'm kind of trying to mimic a lot of the greenery here, and I thought the foliage would work well with that. And then some spring flowers. We want to bring a little bit of white back into our florals. We have 6 stems on the greenery, so we're just going to do 3 per side, and I'm just going to try cutting them as close to the end of the stem as possible. Next thing I'm doing is moving the greenery up. Okay, we have the 2 long ones, and I'm trying to cover both sides here, and then 2 white per each side. When I have my flower, I'm going to try to bring it in as much as I can, and then we're going to zip tie it together. I first zip tie it kind of loosely, and then I'll try to see if I can bring things in a little bit more. And now I'm just cleaning up in the end. Anything that's sticking out way too far, just going to clip it. In order to attach my florals, I'm going to make a little hole right here in the center, and I'm going to be using my instrument right here. I'm going to have it tagged in the description box below, but on here, on the sides right there, it has 2 sizes of hole punchers. First one is a little smaller, and then this one's a little bigger. I'm going to use the bigger one, and it goes through the Dollar Tree signs like butter. I'm going to, let's see, find my center about there, and just like that. Real quick and easy. Let me cut off this tail right here. I have my zip tie through it, and I'm just going to attach it just like that. No hot glue, no mess. I know it's in place. It's not going anywhere. It's nice and secure. To cover the center, I'm going to make a little bow using the mesh ribbon. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 1 inch and have this as left over right here. And then I'm going to make a little circle. When you lay it flat, measure to make sure it's about 5 inches. Let me make mine a little bigger, but keep your center in mind. That's about 5 inches. As I'm holding the front right here with my excess little inch, I'm going to make another loop. So basically 2 loops of ribbon. And then this tail right here, I'm going to roll it in. And I'm going to bring this back. And then we're going to have a little bow. I'm going to do that again. I have 2 loops right there. I have my inch that's overlapping. This excess right here is what's going to cover the zip tie that's going to be holding the tie. So I'm going to roll it in just like that to my center where I always had my center. Then I'm going to grab my zip tie and I'm going to put it through here. I'm going to bring in the rest of the bow, keeping it in the center, and then it's going to get squeezed together. And then I'm just going to put this right through the little hole, and we're going to zip tie it towards the back. And there you go. We have our greenery. We have the little bow right here. We are ready to attach onto our wreath form. We'll worry about the greenery later. Let's flip this upside down. What I have here is some ribbon. I'm going to put this underneath to hold it up while we hot glue it in place. To attach the sign, I already started putting in my little felt pieces. And what I'm going to do is just like you're seeing it right here, I'm attaching the felt pieces to my actual sign, putting some hot glue down, and it's going to hold it really, really well. Just like that. And as soon as that cools, you are all done. This turned out to be a unique wreath, but I think it's really, really cute. We got some greenery, we have some deco mesh, and a beautiful sign.